I was writing this movie script. I'm completely fried. I'd like to go back to bed, too. I just want you to be very understanding of my situation. I have no patience.
Oh.
I was just yelling at Jackie and Fred.
Yeah?
Sure.
What'd you yell at them for?
I don't know, but they said, what's the matter with you?
Really?
Just sitting here.
Just for sitting there, I yelled at them. For not doing anything.
They're on the gravy train.
They're on the gravy train, too. I'm sick of it. Sick of them, and I'm sick of everyone else.
Don't agree with me. Don't disagree with me.
Babba Booey went scurrying out of here.
Oh, he was like a roach.
Are you really in that bad a mood?
No, it's just Babba Booey can't handle it when I start to, Babba Booey is the worst person to be my producer, because when I start to blow off steam, I need somebody to sort of, just to listen. And he runs out of the room.
He actually said, I think I
He is the worst. And this is something that's always bugged me about him. That's why I never use him in anything. I mean, I got him here, but that's it.
Yeah, I've never worked on anything else you've ever done.
No more. You know what it is? You always run out of the room, man. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just discussing and you know what? It's good for you to learn, to hear what upsets me.
I know what upsets you.
No, you don't.
I know.
How did you know? I was screaming about that camera up there. You don't know about it. Jackie and Fred do.
You scream about that camera when I'm not here. It just was not a good time.
What don't I like about that camera?
Probably that it's too low.
Wrong. See, you don't know.
But I mean, why would I need to know? Why would I have no? You could have said that while I was gone, and you weren't yelling before. You were on a completely different subject, which I retained.
No, you walk out of the room as soon as I start giving you information. This is information giving.
Yeah, and I took that information and I left.
You can only use so much.
You run out of the room as soon as I start.
No, I don't.
You're like, I don't want to hear this.
No, I got it. I took care of it. I wrote it down. It's already being taken care of.
No, but I had more information.
Maybe he was full.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. That I got one fact. I gotta go.
No, that's not.
He's just not a guy you can rap to. Like how
you don't rap
on the Gary Shandling show. Artie and Gary can talk.
They can sit in that office and talk.
Yeah, but you can't talk to my Babba Booey.
You don't rap. You rant. And
yeah, and you should write. You should make notes while I rant. My rantings make a lot of sense.
But I did make notes.
To me, they do. You don't make notes.
You were just really, really upset, and I felt that you were about to blow up.
Yeah,
and
so be here for it.
I don't want to get.
I wasn't blowing up at you.
What is he supposed to blow up by himself?
Then meanwhile, I'm stuck in the room, blowing up in front of Jackie and Fred, and meanwhile, those guys are.
They can't do anything.
We couldn't leave because it would have been too obvious. You already left.
Right. You could hang in there and talk to me a little bit. Listen to what I have to say.
Howard,
this job truly is
to hear what's upsetting the town.
That's right, and to take care
Howard,
of it.
he's the world's worst.
You're under the
worst
You're
producer.
under some delusion.
Yes.
That there's conversation.
I don't want conversation.
Right. So
I just want you to stand here and listen.
And I did.
I was doing it for your benefit, so you'd learn something.
Yeah, I'd learn how to take,
you would learn how to correct some of the things that are upsetting me.
And I did.
No, you didn't. You didn't hear. It was a race to the door, and Gary won the race.
He was closest.
Yeah.
He was out before we could even think of it, right?
Right.
He's got a 6.
It was a race to the door.
Well, I know what you're saying, because this has come up before, that Gary really doesn't know what to do, and
he gets nervous.
Invariably, if he does anything, it only adds fuel to the fire,
Robin,
as opposed to taking care of it.
Exactly, Robin. You're exactly right.
Here he goes, he's running out.
Well, there goes Gary.
That's what he does.
You know what got him? I turned off his mic when he was trying to interrupt you.
I know.
Made him nuts. He was talking and no one was listening, just like he does to me.
Sounds like you're walking away from the mic as you talk.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then he ran out of here with
talking still.
You two are asses.
Big asses, big asses.
Big asses, big asses. You big asses.
You two are big asses. You two are big asses. You are a big ass.
You got a big ass.
What was that? I didn't hear
You
it.
are a big ass. You've got a big ass.
Who are you saying has a big ass?
Not you.
Who are you saying, Robin?
You have a great ass.
You're insane.
Oh, Gary.
Watch, you're treading on dangerous ground when you attack my princess.
He's simply upset.
I can
That's
duck.
all.
I can
That's
duck.
all. He's
Queen of the
simply upset.
show.
I'm trying to teach you to just sit here when I talk sometimes. You don't have to run out. I'm being serious.
I know
your moves, pal. I see what you do.
But we've only been together 10 years.
I know your moves.
Know I know your moves.
Just sit and listen.
One of you learned the other.
Yeah. If I'm ranting, is something in the ranting? There's something disturbing me. Learn about your boff. Learn from boff.
I took note of your rant and.
All right, thank you. Now you can leave. Now you're dismissed.
Well, we haven't even finished discussing what we were supposed to do today because you were ranting. I'll come back during the next one.
All right, thank you. There he goes. Babba Booey.
I don't want to leave. You know why?
Why?
Because as soon as I walk out the door, you're going to talk about me.
Yeah, just leave. Just
I
leave.
hate that.
You missed part of it.
Can I stay till you start a new subject?
No.
Please.
No. You know what's funny about him?
I hate that.
He was supposed to come in this morning and tell me what was on the show.
Yes.
You know, I have different things that he's supposed to remind me. I call him all day. I say, remind me of this, remind me of that. So I wanted to let off some steam first. So instead of staying, getting a pen, writing down things that I'm steaming about, you know, maybe some of the things he can help me with, maybe some he just can't, maybe it's just a friendly ear.
It was done already, though. Why would
No, I was still in the middle of talking about other things.
No, you were.
Did I take on different subjects after he left?
He didn't ride out the wave.
No.
You know what I mean?
He knew that I was in the middle, and he was afraid he was going to get yelled
He
at.
thought he was going to get in the undertone.
I'm not going to yell at you.
No, but when you're in the middle of, God damn it, can't this effing be done right? I pretty much think I've got it, and I know what to do.
No. I was in the middle of pointing out all of the things that are wrong around here.
Yeah, you had to curse each individual thing in the studio and then get to the business. Yeah.
And so he was in here. So instead of sitting here and telling me what I had to do for the morning, he never got to. He ran out of the room.
He bailed.
He bailed out. He bailed out. I don't know why he left. You left because I was yelling.
Of course.
But you have no right to do that.
Because you know what?
I wasn't yelling at you.
No,
That's my way of discussing things.
Sometimes it's better when you get in this mood. It's just better to actually leave.
No, that pisses me off at you.
See, but it's better to just leave.
See, you were supposed to be my compatriot. You see, this is the part you don't understand about me. I need a compatriot.
Not a compatriot.
I need a guy who is on my team.
I am on your team. You need a guy to be there while you yell.
Again, he doesn't get it.
You need a guy
who never has gotten this.
You need a guy to be there.
If I keep telling you what I need, why can't you be that guy? Why do you always have to leave?
Because it wasn't what you need. It was yelling.
No, I just told you what I need. You don't know what I need. I know what I need. I needed to talk to my producer.
Maybe you're talking too fast.
He's
Robin,
never going to be the right thing. He's not going to be my producer ever. He's just an intern who
You
gets me
wanted a
coffee
guy.
and I pay him
All right,
some
I'm
money.
done.
Goodbye. Get out.
Howard,
Oh, here's the Jerry puppet.
I'm made out of wood, and I know what you need. I will never run.
No, do you understand something, Gary Puppet?
Yeah.
No, seriously, let me tell the Gary Puppet this.
Yes.
Okay.
I hire a guy to be a producer.
Yes.
All right. So I say to him, here's something that I need. When I'm blowing off a little steam, and I'm not blowing it off at you, I'm just blowing it off in general. I'm getting out what I feel is wrong, regardless of what it is. Sit and be a pal. Listen to what I have to say.
Inside of this rant is some information that you might be able to fix.
And maybe even calm me down a little. So, you know what? I can take care of a few things here. I can help you out, both.
I know exactly how to fix that. Don't even worry about it. It's done.
And even if you say, hey, you know, I don't know how to fix that, but let me look into it. You know, anything where I saw the guy taking some initiative, I'd be so proud of him.
And sometimes a friendly ear is all that's needed.
Right. Even you know that, you wooden-headed puppet.
Yeah.
But I turned to him, and I've had this conversation with him before. I said, Gary, when I'm letting off some steam and talking about stuff that's wrong, why do you always run out? Or just tell me, you know.
Sometimes he argues with you that you're wrong.
Yeah, he argues with me. And it's like, why can't you just, like, listen to what I'm saying and maybe pick up on it?
But
Help
just
me out.
now, he was saying, look, you don't need me to stand here and listen.
Yeah.
You need me to stand here while you yell, is what he said.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that I'm looking to him as a friend and as a coworker and saying, hey, let's talk about this. But this is my way of talking. I don't have time to sit there and make a conversation out of it.
He imagines that if you really wanted to talk, you'd be doing it in a tone, a different tone, and that thered be a back and forth.
The worst producer. I swear he is. He's good at opening the mail. He's good at that. Some things he's good at.
And taking stock tips from John.
It's like if two guys...
Oh, let me tell you something. Where is Gary and that John? I've been thinking about this all day yesterday. It was sticking in my craw. If I hear that Stuttering John is taking phone calls from stockbrokers during my show, when Gary sits and tells me that there's nobody here who can sit here and sift through my newspaper articles and get work done for me, let me tell you something.
John's not here.
Excuse me. I'm going to tell you this, and I blame you for this. This is something I blame you for.
Uh-oh, I think he's going to leave again.
You allow John, because this is before Kathy gets in, you allow John to sit on the phone with his feet up on a desk taking calls from stockbrokers. I am not into that. Don't tell me that when I call and say, hey, how come this isn't done? How come this isn't done? Boff, we're very busy here, and we don't have time for that. You don't understand, Boff. You don't realize how busy we are all day. You don't understand. But I do understand that Stuttering John can sit here and take calls from stockbrokers all day. That he has time for. Why isn't he busy going through newspaper articles and things like that, the things that I need done?
I will check into that.
What check in? You're the man in charge when Kathy's not here.
Right.
Why do you allow that to happen?
Generally, the articles are done by the time...
No, they're not. They're not done. We have 12 years worth of articles that aren't cataloged.
Well, I was under the impression...
I called up Gary. I called Gary the other day.
You don't want to
I had a long
anything.
telephone meeting with him. And I said,
Howard,
Gary,
why don't you want to hear
why
anything?
isn't this done? Why isn't this done? He goes, Boff, we are so busy here. We are busy with this,
why
this,
would
and
you?
this.
Why would you want to say something if you don't want to hear an answer?
And he says to me, Boff, I have to make my phone calls.
Why?
I have to make my phone calls after the show. I have to call L.A.
Right.
Well, call from your house. I don't care. And save your bills, and we'll pay them. What do you mean? Stuttering John has time. You're telling me no one has any time to do what I need done, but Stuttering John can take calls from stockbrokers all morning. That sticks in my craw. Go home and take calls from a stockbroker. That's what I do. Ah, here you are. Hey, listen, since Gary doesn't know how to run the office for me,
Howard.
since he's such a nitwit.
It's only 10 minutes.
What? It's only what?
10 minutes a day.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes that work could be going on.
You know, it's amazing how this...
No. I thought about it all day yesterday. I couldn't wait to get in here and yell at you guys, especially Fafa Foley, because this I do hold him responsible.
It ain't
for.
Fafa Foley's fault.
Oh, yes, it is, pal. He's in charge of you. He should have laid down the law to you first. They say, hey, we got Fafa Foley tells me, Boff, the phone's ringing here all morning. We need like 3 interns just to answer the phones.
He was just...
No, he's not exaggerating.
Howard,
this is what he told me in a
Howard,
private
as usual,
meeting.
you've turned everything around.
Tell me what I've done wrong.
It was during the day.
Yes.
From 10 o'clock on after the show that we need people to answer the phones. I don't have a problem with the phones.
10 o'clock after. So no work can go on before 9 o'clock.
Nobody said that. You're saying that.
No, it says to me that Stuttering John has time to sit and take calls from stockbrokers.
You want to twist it
It's
around.
a big fun party here. Everybody wants to party on my ass. I need real workers. I need work going
You need Chinamen.
on. No, I don't need... Hey, pal, I don't need Chinamen, and I don't need you.
If you don't need me...
I don't need you. You resign?
No.
Please resign.
No, I don't want to resign. You need to fire me.
Okay, you're fired.
Okay?
All right, now, can you leave?
No. I need to collect my benefits.
Oh, your benefits.
Can I have his job?
Oh. You know what I need? I need 5 Fred Norrises, except ones that work.
Fred takes phone calls sometimes, too.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Well, everybody does.
Hey, John,
Why don't
if
you yell at
you've got time to take calls from stockbrokers...
Howard, why don't you yell at
John,
for being
have
in
you
the
ever
joke
seen
lounge?
me take a call from a stockbroker here at work? You'll never see it.
Because you probably don't even deal with them.
I don't have time for it. I would love to sit and be into finance at work. I have work to do.
I finally figured out a way to make money, and you're going to yell at me about it.
Yeah, I don't care how you make money. Just make it, go home and make these calls.
I do.
Don't do it here. Then don't do it here.
It's only, I don't call them. Usually it's just, they just call me.
I don't want stock calls here.
All right.
I want people working. When I call Fafa Fooey and ask him why work isn't done, he tells me, Wolf, we don't have enough interns. I have to sit and train the interns.
I have the answer to this,
Let John
Howard.
train the interns.
I have the answer to this.
What?
John's here from 5 o'clock in the morning till noon. That's his coffee break.
What?
Hey, the guy can't have two... Well, I'm not going to get involved in this. But
Gary, you defend everyone.
I'm not defending everyone.
But my problem. You don't defend my problem. When I call you and tell you work isn't being done, and you tell me everyone is busy, and you tell me you're taking stock tips and stock calls, why don't you see my point of view?
I do see your point of view. I was making a joke, Howard.
Well, that was very funny.
I was making a joke.
Howard, you know it is. We are working hard back there.
But Jack, it's a little funny
I don't care that you think you're working hard. I can't wait for the day, John, when I quit radio, that you are the guy who has to now go out and find a job. And when you work for a real boss who's sitting there and paying the freight, and he's having you sit there and whatever it is you're qualified to do, lift boxes or whatever it is, I can't wait till he starts busting your balls. You're going to see what real work is. Why do you think everyone likes hanging out here for free? It's a gravy train. Oh, for God's sakes. It's a lot of fun. It's fun.
A lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
We can't get you guys to leave.
Go get a real job and see how much fun it is.
I'm sure you're right. Well, actually, I used to drive a truck. I know exactly.
All right. That's good experience. But you didn't need to drive a truck. Soon you might need to.
Well, hopefully not, but if I take all those stock calls. Oh, come
Gary,
on.
go run the office like an adult, will you? Come on. You want to repeat? You want to learn something?
Sure.
All right.
Sure. It's been a part
of my job is to absorb whatever my Wolf spews.
Whatever my Wolf spews.
I am a talentless sponge.
Who
is supposed to sop up
the crap
that my very important boss sends towards me.
Can you say that again?
The crap that my very important boss sends towards me.
The crap that my very important boss sends towards me.
I will from now on boss the interns.
Boss the interns.
Even though they are
intellectually superior
to my inferiority. I am making new inroads into screwing up. Very good. All right. I have to take a break.
I love it when Wolf puts his foot down with a strong hand.
There you go. Gary Puppet. Gary Puppet, do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I have a solution for John. When he goes back to driving his truck, he could get a cellular phone so you can make those stock calls, dummy.
If I can say something, I booked a very important
try to
guest,
say something
today.
No, you never can.
You didn't, John. Don't even think that you booked that guest. So don't even.
What are you saying?
John thinks he booked a guest today, having no knowledge of the fact that I called and booked the guest before he even got there yesterday.
I wasn't trying to get on you.
That's right.
Well, that's because you let him get away with crap. I'm being serious.
Mr. Arnold.
Mr. Arnold.
Mr. Arnold.
Yeah, Benedict. I was just freaking saying it.
No, Benedict Arnold's a traitor, John. You've got it wrong.
Yeah, you're a traitor. I was defending you the whole time. Suddenly you jump on getting on me. Well, this is what happens in the back. You yell at him, he yells at me. Wait till we get in the back there. Trust me.
No, you're gonna get yelled.
Hey, let me tell you something. You deserve to be yelled at. You're making him look bad.
You know what you're gonna get yelled at for today? You're gonna get yelled at for losing a tape that was supposed to go home with Howard yesterday that never made it into his bag.
Oh, you found it, right?
No.
What tape? What tape?
Talk to you about it in a little bit. You were 20 minutes late this morning.
Okay.
And you didn't leave any notes with the Dan Rather interview. Even though it just said Dan Rather, but it should have said, this is a Dan Rather interview.
Did you interview Dan Rather?
Yeah, he's got it.
Right,
you got the cart.
All right. All right. Let me take a few phone calls and we'll get to Dan Rather. All right, you guys go work out your situation. And don't let me hear you making phone calls. I'll tell you when you can make stock calls. When all the work around here is done.
It really isn't. It doesn't take that.
Gary says, I have no time all morning. Now I have to train the interns. I have to do that. I go, if you have no time, I understand that. That's legitimate.
Doesn't take that much.
But Stuttering John's on the phone with stockbrokers. All right, thank you. Make those calls at home. You got a home life. I don't keep you here all day. Go home and accept all the calls. You're putting on a show for everyone. Who cares?
I'm not putting on a show.
I don't appreciate it.
A show?
Yeah, a show.
How do you get a show? What are you talking about?
You're sitting there doing the John show with your stocks. Buy, sell, buy, sell. Buy, sell at home. That's all.
He's entertaining the other interns. See what you can become if you're really good.
Yeah, he's going to show everyone.
You got to be kidding me.
Put on a big show.
Hey, it's called just trying to make some money.
Yeah, but try and make some money at home.
All right.
Mr. Big Shot.
Sell grit.
I woke up in such a good mood. I don't know what
Oh, you were late. You got a lot of sleep.
Oh, man. Yeah, I put in a 30-hour day yesterday.
Yeah, well, I was up at 1 in the morning, and you're going to pay for it. 30-hour day. It's doing nothing. What did you do with 30 hours?
I went to Dan Rather. Went to interview Bruce Willis
get out
last
of here.
night.
Listen,
man,
did you get them all?
Yeah, don't worry. We're all set,
all
man.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
What's happening?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Baha Hohai, and thank you, Stuttering John.
I walked in the door today, and I knew that today was the day I was going to get my ass kicked. I knew it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You know why?
Why?
Because there were no guests on today, and I said, that's dangerous ground.
No. I don't want any guests. I don't need guests.
We're the guests.
The reason you got yelled at today is because it dawned on me. I think about this during the night. It dawned on me what you said.
Can I ask you a question? Would you answer it honestly?
Yes.
Really, answer this question honestly.
Go ahead.
Does this dawn on you for real, or do other people come to you and say, hey, I was listening to the show,
no,
et cetera,
it dawns on me. Okay. It dawns on me.
I thought you were yelling at Gary for when he sleeps in the back.
All of a sudden, Howard,
I don't sleep in the back. He's making a joke.
I know.
Oh, yes, he does.
Does he? When does he sleep?
He always goes back to John. I'll be, whatever.
He wakes up with Newsday on his face.
When does he sleep in the back?
Such a jerk. I go to the back to listen to cassettes, and I say, John, I'll be in the back.
That's the social club hour in the back.
I go, John,
him and Peggy hang out, Kibitz.
I see what goes on out there.
Now they are
I go in the back to listen to cassettes, and I say, John, I'll be in the back listening to cassettes. And John's joke that he's been telling every day for the last year and a half is, what time would you like me to wake you?
And he talks to Peggy back there. He does a whole schmooze.
Talk to Peggy about booking some guests, about where we're going to do some events.
All right, we'll see.
Peggy does a lot to help book guests on this show.
I need a Fafa Foley cam where I can follow him around and see what he's up to. All right, I don't want to talk about the schedule. I don't want to talk about any of
it. You out of nowhere came on me. I'm sitting there trying to defend you.
What, by telling you booked the guest that I booked?
Oh, douchey boy, I came in there and just said, Howard, I come in there and just, last night I tried calling you home and like,
what time did you try calling me?
You are amazing.
What time did you try calling me at home?
I didn't call you.
All right, I'm bored with this. I want to get out of here. I don't
know what they're arguing about.
They're arguing for the camera.
No, I don't have to do the guests.
All right, thank
you.
I turn off their mics. I got to take a break, and then when we come back,
clear the studio.
I'll take some phone calls. I want them to leave. They won't go. Go. I'm asking you guys to go. Gary,
I'm scared. I'm scared to go back to back with him now.
What?
No, just go.
There's nothing to be scared of, John.
All right, we'll see.
Scared.
I hope the camera's going.
My goal in life is to make everyone as miserable as me.
Well, you're working well toward that goal.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else, but you're doing a pretty good job with Gary. He had that hangdog look.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Beaten.
Yeah.
His lower lip was hitting the desktop.
Well, you should hear him tell me how nothing can get done because they're all busy back there. I go, yeah, you're all so busy, but you're taking stock tips and sleep and listening to tapes.
Yeah, well, here he is. He's always saying how I just chime in. Well, you jumped on him. I didn't see John on the phone with a stockbroker. I saw him.
Right. You saw him on the phone with a stockbroker? You saw Gary on the phone. What time did you see that?
We were doing the show. I just went out there for a second to ask for something.
Oh, no.
When was this?
Oh, gee.
When was this?
Oh, boy.
When was it?
When did I tell you? Yesterday, so it must have been either that day or the day before.
Yeah, he's on the phone during the show to stockbrokers, Gary. This is a guy who runs out of here at 1 o'clock. He puts in his 8-hour day, and he's out the door.
Maybe he's trying to book the guy.
Yeah. Maybe he's trying to book it and he tells me he's so busy, he can't do anything.
No, he books guests after the show,
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yeah, after the show.
Oh.
He only has a small window for booking guests. It's the guest. You caught him on the phone to a stockbroker.
No.
What?
What is your beef?
No beef. Robin just informed me that you're on the phone to a stockbroker. Why is that my beef?
Robin, you don't know anything about booking this show. And you know what? I'll do the news for a day, and I'll cut out the things out of the newspaper and read them, and you go back and book a week's worth of shows, and we'll see who has a better time. I'm ready to start anytime you want.
Were you on the phone to a stockbroker? Did Robin catch you? Is that true?
What's that?
Are you on the phone now to stockbrokers?
I was on the phone to a stockbroker.
Thank you very much. Thank you. One time it happened. You happened to catch it.
What did you? Come on, Robin. Book a week of shows. Go book them. Find the pen to write on the calendar.
All right. Very good. Thank you for. Don't tell me you're too busy.
Howard, you think that if somebody doesn't have a broom up their ass, that they are not busy enough?
Gary, all I know is I don't have time to take calls from stockbrokers.
No, but you have time to take calls from other. Am I allowed? If my wife calls, she's pregnant. May I talk to her?
Oh, gee, Gary, I don't know.
May I?
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to let you think on your own for a change.
It could happen.
You figure out who it's appropriate to take calls from. Can I take calls from a pregnant wife? Your wife's so helpless. She has to sit there. She got to call you. She got to make emergency calls to you.
Well, who should?
No, you know what? No, you can't take calls from your wife.
Who should she call? Howard?
No. You can't take calls from your wife. Okay? You ask my opinion? No, you shouldn't.
I just need the list.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
There's no one you should take calls from except me.
No stockbrokers, no wife.
That's right. Wolf, my whole family was in a plane crash. May I talk? No.
Should I take this call?
I trust you. I don't sit and watch every move, but why is Robin just randomly walking through the hall catching you on the phone to stockbrokers?
If a phone call comes and it's an emergency.
It was an emergency from a stockbroker.
It really was.
I see. Okay.
You want to know whether he should sell?
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you ought to tell him that you have like the same way you can only make calls for guests at a certain time, right. Tell him that you can only accept stockbroking calls at your house.
Gotcha.
All right, give me your number and let him call you there. Like I get calls. I get calls. My house. There's another place I take calls. It's called a house. And you can be there with your wife, and you won't even have to take calls from her because you'll be there with her. Silly. God forbid Gary and his wife should be separated for a couple of hours.
Well, what would she do?
Yeah. Oh, she can't get along without him. Woman's totally independent, and she needs him.
Nobody said that she needed
him. Oh, Gary, quickly, I need you. Every day, I got to talk to you.
Gary, what should we have for dinner?
I don't know. I can't make a decision on my own.
Now, let's not get into that.
I have no idea how to make a decision without my Gary. She could do just fine without
Gary,
you.
the doorbell's ringing. Should I answer?
Wait a second. Your wife calls
If
you
you
a
drop
boxer.
dead tomorrow, your wife could. You don't go by me.
But
You're
your
the
wife
guy who
calls
tells
you-
me you're too busy to do
Your
things.
wife calls you to make decisions. It's just part of life.
Well, then
It
do the
transcends
decisions.
job.
You asked me if you should take calls from your wife. I'm telling you no. I'm telling you no. I gave you an answer. There it is. Now get to work. Don't you have anything to do?
Yeah, get yelled at by you.
Okay, good. Goodbye. 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 Oh, and a right shoe on right foot. Okay? There's your other piece of information that
You're
you were
too
looking
kind
for.
to me.
All right? And the left shoe on the left foot.
Well, that makes
There
sense.
you go. What else you want
I
to know?
didn't know where to put the left shoe.
Next time I start talking to you, just listen, okay? That's all I ask. And make sure the people aren't busy making phone calls to stockbrokers. It drives me nuts. Stockbrokers. You can't take those calls anywhere else. Got to take them at work. Good thing you're out there looking over my fiefdom, because I'm too busy.
Howard, when do you...
You are my eyes and ears.
At what point do we...
You are my eyes and
At
ears.
what point
I
do we
trust
install
you.
the tower with the
You know what it
rifleman?
is? Gary should be my eyes and ears, but I don't trust him. You are my eyes and ears. Only Robin. Robin's my eyes and ears.
That's one phrase.
It's one body part.
She'll be watching. She'll be watching you. Make all the jokes you want, my friend. All right, thanks, Gary. Thank you for your hard work. Thanks for booking a guest.
Boy, he just scored.
What was that?
Boy,
Gary?
he just scored big points with Robin.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's going to ignore the next 6 mistakes he makes.
Yeah. Thank you, Gary Puppet.